Hey, how's it going, guys? It's White Bread, and today we are going to be watching another LADBible video. My channel seems to be doing well with the first one that we recorded, so I might as well just make another one. It's about a terrorist attack during the Ariana Grande concert. I think that was the Las Vegas one. Like, I'm pretty positive that was a Las Vegas shooting. I totally forget, but hopefully this video does good. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into.
Can you tell us about the night, who you were going to the concert with and who you were going to see?
So I was going with my daughter Eve. She was 14 at the time, and the tickets I'd bought as a surprise at Christmas. You know, that's how we spent kind of the daddy and daughter time, was kind of going to concerts and, you know, just loved music and singing. And so yeah, so it was just really, the night was just a celebration of that, really.
Damn. Yeah, I was definitely wrong about the Las Vegas shooting. That was a completely different other concert. These people were just there to you know, to celebrate a father and daughter moment, you know, a father-daughter time at a concert.
We were in one of the very first boxes up in it's kind of like midway up in the arena. If I was Ariana Grande singing on the stage, we were kind of like the first box here. When she came
so I'm
out,
guessing they were pretty close.
Mostly girls, but like literally I had to cover my ears. It was that, like, honestly, it was like deafening.
I'm pretty sure that when you're at the super close seats, that you have to have like earbuds in or like some sort of earplugs because of how loud the sound and then the people around you are. There was probably definitely like a crap ton of, you know, teenage girls, and for there to be a suicide bombing right there, yeah, no, that's not good. What
happened after the concert finished? Where did you guys go?
You know, when we go out of the box, obviously we do a right into the city room at 10:31, make our way through, and then that's obviously when Salman Abedi detonated his suicide vest.
Oh. That was the guy? Oh shit. Oh.
Can you remember the moment that happened when the bomb detonated?
Was he like right there?
We're only 6 meters away. I've only just found out. Initially we were told we were 10 metres away. I didn't know it were a bomb. Initially I thought I'd been shot or stabbed, and I couldn't get my breath. So I panicked because I was like, shit, like what's going on? Like I couldn't breathe. And then I think I must have lost consciousness then, because the next thing I know I'm kind of lying on the floor and basically like gargling on blood, and obviously I can see I'm losing a lot of blood.
Fuck, dude. So they were right next to the dude, basically, because 6 meters really isn't that far. And I'm guessing the daughter was like right next to him as well, like, of course. And there was definitely a lot of people, because it showed. Where's the diagram at? The diagram, they were told that they were at the 10-meter area, but they were actually like more towards 6 meters somewhere. I think like these two right here. The bomb detonated right here, and you have like a good 15 people potentially almost died or did die for a terrorist attack. It's obviously not good. You really don't know who is carrying a gun, a knife, or a bomb, especially if you live in like a really big city, or even you're just walking by someone that you don't even know and you're not even interacting with. That person could potentially have a bomb on them. You never know. You never know.
And then obviously I see Eve's not in a good way, and then that's kind of when I probably know, just from kind of what's going on in the room, that it's obviously a bomb. So yeah, I've recently seen footage 1 second before detonation, which it's taken me a while to get my head around it. To see that picture and then see the picture afterwards where basically everyone around us is dead, and for some reason me and Eve have survived.
Fuck. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, shit. So pretty much, like, everyone except them died. And that's just sad. It was probably like pre-COVID, so like 2019, 2018, around there. I don't know. It hurts to just have to listen to this for me.
A lot of the people that have died were facing frontwards, so they took the shrapnel. We'd walked past, so we had our backs turned, and thankfully I was in front of Eve. So basically, if the shrapnel's coming in that trajectory, I covered Eve. So I took. Thankfully, I shielded Eve from the blast.
You guys had your backs turned against the bomb. The dad was basically shielding his daughter, so you know he took most of the blast, which is still like very, very bad. But to say that your child died because of a terrorist attack is just very, very heartbreaking. You know, luckily both of you guys survived. It's sad that those people are the unlucky few. You don't know how it happens, why it happens. It just does. It does happen.
And as a father, what was it like to see something like that happen to your daughter?
No, it's the worst thing on earth. Because again, I give myself a hard time about it, because you know, like most dads, you know, I always said to Eve, like, you never worry when you're with me, because I'll protect you and keep you safe, and nothing will ever happen. So I kind of feel like I've let her down and kind of failed as a dad, and my superhero cape's got a bit of a rip in it. So yeah, I always feel a bit guilty about that.
I'm sorry, guys. Oh. Fuck, I don't know, I'm thinking about it a little too much here, and it's scary, man, because we all got family that we love, you know, very, very near and dear to our hearts, and to have to witness or to have to go through the pain of losing a family member due to something so evil, it's scary to think about. And that's why we have to, you know, be grateful that we have the time that we have on this earth, because you never know when something like that is going to happen to you.
We're obviously shouting out for help, and people were telling us that paramedics were on the way and help was on the way, but it just felt like forever. Like I say, I was just literally just concentrating on Eve and my breathing, and just, you know, because I knew like if I panicked I'd probably lose more blood, and so just to be thinking of things like that when you're dying, it's just crazy really. But kind of an acceptance that I probably wasn't going to make it. And I said to Chris, the security guard that was with me, like, tell my wife I love her. Just bear with 1 second. And almost like an acceptance to the situation, and like to say to people you don't know, like to tell your wife you love her. You don't think you're gonna like see anybody again. It's a tough thing to go through, and that's why I'm like dead happy now to be alive. Because like for an hour, like to have to go through that and just like fight and be alone and scared, and you know, it was awful.
I honestly don't know how I would do or be if I were in that man's situation. Really, it's a scary thought. You know, it's a scary thought dying for me. 22 people died, and those two were the ones that survived.
We get taken out, and that's when I give up, and yeah, that's the last I kind of know about anything really, until probably a couple of weeks later, when I wake up in intensive care, when basically I'm being told by consultant that I've suffered a complete spinal cord sever.
And what injuries did you sustain?
So I suffered 22 shrapnel wounds from head to toe. There was one that hit me in the centre of the back. Completely severed my spinal cord at T10 level, which in layman's terms means I'm paralysed from the belly button down.
He's basically saying he can't walk. That's why he's in the wheelchair. Okay, cool.
I mean, I had one that had gone through my arm, smashed my ankle, my tibia, my fibia. But the second hit me in the side of the neck, severed 2 arteries, and then swallowed it.
Oh, that was probably from the
stomach.
Severe loss of blood.
Was that a stroke of luck that happened?
Well, yeah, there's no explanation. Like I say, they just it's just they've said it's a miracle where just how close we were. Everyone around us died pretty much instantly.
Everyone died. Everyone basically, everyone died, and they were the ones to survive. How lucky is that shit, man?
They didn't really tell me about Eve. They just kept saying that she was alive because she was very very much touch and go for quite a while, just because she had a very significant brain injury. Basically, one bolt got through and basically went through her head. They didn't think she was going to make it. So they just kept, again, I don't have any recollection of it, but apparently I was asking all the time, and it was just, yep, she's alive. Just, you've got to kind of concentrate on yourself now, which you can't really say that to a dad.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't say that. You can't say that to a parent. You know, that is one of the few things of why parents are good, is that, you know, no matter what, they always worry for their children, and they would always put themselves first. You know, that's why I'm thankful to have the parents that I do have, you know, because that situation is just way too fucking scary for me.
As a family, how have your lives changed since that day?
Kind of the Martin that you see in front of you now isn't the one that went to the arena that night, you know, and kind of I suppose a new one was born, having a shower, going to the toilet, you know, how you drive, you know, how you get to places, where you stay. Just it affects every way of life. You know, I think people look at me and think, you know, poor guy can't walk, but actually you get your head around that pretty quick. It's everything else that you know kind of stays hidden that you don't see, you know.
I definitely have flashbacks myself. I mean, this an important event never ever leaves your head, no matter how much you try to leave it. It's always going to be ingrained.
When I went to the spinal unit, like kind of the report that they did on me, and they said like they've never seen like an attitude like it, you know. Just they were worried about it at one point, because they said like, you know, I should have had a breakdown and you know, kind of a total, you know, and I just never did, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, when something like that happens and it's permanent, best thing to do is just move on. You can't linger in that sort of thought for a long time, because it's just gonna fuck you up. And if you linger in that thought, it's just gonna be even harder and harder to live with yourself, to say, why am I like this?
I'm not gonna waste time doing that. I'm here, and tell me what I've got to do and I'll do it. It's just how I've been brought up. I don't waste a day, and yeah, I'm just dead happy to be here, because, you know, I shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So I just think it's a crime for me not to live life to the full.
I agree.
And like to help people, and
I agree,
who are less fortunate than me, because I think I've survived for a reason. And I think I know. I've only just recently really feel like I know what that is now. So I'm gonna change the world in my own way.
If you guys made it this far, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please make sure to like and subscribe. Maybe you guys learned something from this video. I definitely did. Stay strong. Hope you guys are doing great. I know I am. And as always, peace. Adios.